So it's the weekend, which means that Dua is having another big sale. And here I have two fragrances which I requested be sent to me. I had the option of selecting a few. So these are the two that really spoke to me. The first one is Frozen Mimosa, which is an original creation. Sounds delicious. And the second one is Scent of Berlin, which is their inspired expression or clone of Cedrat 37 by Le Labo. And that's a Berlin city exclusive, so they called it Scent of Berlin. In any case, I'm excited to give you my thoughts on both of these in today's double feature video, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I give you my thoughts on Frozen Mimosa and also Scent of Berlin by the Dua brand, I do want to start things off by saying that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified whenever I do upload these daily videos to the channel. And of course, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it or if you took something of value from today's episode. It would really mean a lot to me. Now, I do have a bunch of Dua fragrances, several hundred if I'm being honest with you. I've been collecting them ever since the brand started releasing their fragrances, and I have explored their original creations, their clones, their hybrids, their tribrids, their quadbrids, and all these other crazy ideas that they come up with. But here we have two solid fragrances. One is an original creation, the other one is an inspiration. In any case, I'm going to give you my thoughts on both of these fragrances in just a bit, but let's go ahead and start things off with a quick look at the presentation. Now, the first fragrance that we're going to take a look at is actually their original creation, and it's called Frozen Mimosa. Now, if you didn't know, mimosa is just champagne and orange juice, right? That's what a mimosa is. And I've consumed mimosas before, and so it opens up very orangey. So it has the orange rinds, it has the lemon peel, it has that sort of bright, citrusy, tangy introduction. And I actually sprayed this about 20-25 minutes ago. I started reviewing some other fragrances and I'm just now getting around to smelling this again. And the orange is still so strong, which of course is the main player. Obviously, if you take a look at the distribution here, really powerful pressurized atomizer. It's so boozy, it's warm, it's bright, it's citrusy. It has that spicy tendency to it, right, with that gin and the champagne that's in here. It doesn't have as much of a fizziness to it. Perhaps I expected that carbonated, fizzy, sparkling thing happening in here, but it's very fresh, it's very bright, and perhaps it's the frozen aspect that comes through. And I mentioned that it's a bit warm, and I always say that when I smell orange. I feel like orange is a warm citrus as opposed to a more cooling citrus like yuzu or grapefruit, where it's like really tart and it kind of gives off like an icy vibe. But I can totally see where the frozen aspect comes into play because it has a certain brightness to it that I really enjoy. I think this one is going to be great, especially when you're going out to brunch and you want to smell like the cocktail that you're about to order. But also it's very accessible. Compliment getting DNA. This one has no rough edges. It has a universal sort of appeal, a mass appeal to it. Orange, lemon, champagne accord. What could go wrong, right? So it has a certain mass appeal to it that is quite commendable. Now, Le Labo Cedrat 37, a Berlin city exclusive. It's twice as expensive as the normal fragrances, meaning Patchouli 24 and Oud 27 and Rose 31 and Vetiver 46. And the city exclusives like Poivre 23 and Aldehyde 44 and now Cedrat 37, they're twice as expensive, and you can only purchase them from their respective locations. The only time you can buy them anywhere in the world is during the special sale that happens every September, right? So that's like the city exclusive month where they kind of open it up to every boutique, and no matter where you are, you can purchase any city exclusive that you want. So this one is called Scent of Berlin, and this one has citron, ginger, ambergris, musk. It's a pretty simple note breakdown. And it's so bright. It's so bright. It's bright, it's spicy, it's so easygoing. If you're a fan of fragrances like Xerjoff Neo, Bulgari Tiger, Navitus Parfum The Key, if you're a fan of even Blue Gin by Mimosa, this is the type of fragrance that you can expect here. And yes, I've tried the Le Labo. I've sampled every single Le Labo fragrance. I own well over a dozen Le Labo fragrances myself, and I have even repurchased throughout the years. And this certainly smells like Cedrat 37. It's very close, very bright, very citrusy. It has that tart quality to it, the ambergris, the citron, the ginger. If you're a fan of Bulgari Tiger, you're gonna love this one. Honestly, it's very bright, very easygoing. It has a certain mass appeal about it that I really, really respect. And here we have two fantastic hotter weather fragrances. I don't know if they did that on purpose. I have to double check every weekend just to see, like, are they actually releasing fragrances for the season? I'm not entirely sure about that, but so far 2 for 2. These are great for the hotter weather. Definitely check them out. We have one original, one inspiration. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. Now, first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, well, one of them is very unique, the other one is not. And I say that because this is an original, this is a clone, but the overall smell for both of them, very mass appealing, very easygoing. You're not going to offend anybody. Longevity on duo fragrances, typically speaking, is 10 plus hours. And I would say that Frozen Mimosa lasts a little bit longer than Scent of Berlin. Scent of Berlin is very heavy on the citron. So this one is about 8 hours. Frozen Mimosa does have the champagne and the gin and some of these other ingredients. So this is more of a 10-hour fragrance. Both of them had fantastic projection for the first hour of application. It did radiate beyond an arm's length. It became an elbow's length scent for both of them. I would say for Scent of Berlin right around hour 5, for Frozen Mimosa right around hour 6. And in terms of the skin scent, Scent of Berlin became a skin scent right around hour 8, Frozen Mimosa right around hour 10. Versatility for both of them, great for the hotter weather. Anybody of any age, formally and casually, even though I would say Scent of Berlin with all the citrus and ginger is probably a bit more of a casual scent. Frozen Mimosa I think works better as a formal scent, but can also be worn casually as well. And I think anybody of any age can easily enjoy both of those fragrances. And as far as the presentation is concerned, the presentation is very nice. Here we have the new caps with the engraving at the top, wooden caps, and the labels do look nice on both of these bottles. My final verdict on these fragrances are they are two wonderful fragrances for the hotter weather. Frozen Mimosa, Scent of Berlin, definitely check them out. This one, if you're more of a fan of a boozy orange, this one, if you want a tart, citrus, ambergris, and musk sort of a fragrance, if you like fragrances like Bulgari Tiger or Louis Vuitton Afternoon Swim, this is going to be up your alley. Hey, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for your time and your viewership. It means the world to me. If you took something of value from today's episode, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Hit the bell icon and give this video a thumbs up. Love you guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.